What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jackster1206 here to bring you another video. And today we're going through the 7.9 and we're just running through it. And I'm not gonna lie, I did like skim it a bit beforehand, so then I know at least a few points I should talk about. And it seems really short. Like, I mean, like, yeah, you have a few reworks, but like these are just like mini reworks. These aren't like full overhauls or anything. I don't like this. This looks like it's gonna be a pretty stale patch. Maybe for like a little bit it's cool, but I don't like this. So let's start off with like the Maokai update. So pretty much this is like, so first off, his base stats are a bit different. Okay, let's start off with the base stats. Let's start off with this. So pretty much Maokai is being moved to the jungle, I guess, and kind of support. I mean, less so support, but still these changes help him for that. I think he'll get poked out in lane way too hard to be a support. Like, if I pick, like, I don't know. Like, if I pick Morgana into him, I think he'll just get shut down really hard. Depending on how stat magic works. Okay, no, stat magic is once per spell cast. So yeah, if I pick, like, Morgana into this, he'll get wrecked because he'll get poked out in lane really hard. I'll be able to put him really low. Or if I pick like Poppy, which is something we're going to be talking about later. So like his armor is up, which is going to help him jungle because armor is always nice when you're jungling. And against ADCs, I think this is way too insignificant to actually help him. I don't think this is going to be a clean transition. I think it's going to be a very rough one. Health regen's down. Again, it's going to be a rough transition. So stat magic is kind of like, so it, like it says here, no longer uses a stacking system. I don't really play Maokai. I know kind of what his abilities do before, but like not really. So this is pretty much like every single time he gets hit, it gets reduced a bit, and it's once per spellcast. So like AOE, no, damage dot champions, yeah, they're good. And like it gives him a bit of a heal, and oh wait, it gives him more health or something. I don't know. This is very weird. It's a heal? Yes, it's a heal based on his maximum health and a flat amount. And it doesn't get if he's over 95%. So he gets poked out in lane. He gets poked out hard. Okay, so Bramble Smash. Once Arcane Smash, it's pretty much like, so it does a bit of damage. I think this is the thing that he throws out. Like I said, I don't play a lot of Maokai, so there's I know a bit of what it does. Okay, so what the heck? Okay, so it's like it knocks them back a bit based on the distance, and what happens is it does damage, it knocks them back, and then it will pretty much root them for 0.25 seconds. I think this ability, I want to come at him from a support because I don't really play jungle that much. I don't believe I could give it enough justice. I mean, I'll try to think of it like a jungle, but here's the thing is this, it depends on if it goes through minions. I think it goes through minions. If it doesn't, I think this ability sucks. I mean, even if it does, it doesn't really seem like, it seems like you'd be forced into maxing this first. And then the slow just kind of seems lackluster. Yeah, I don't like this ability. It looks stupid. Maybe in top lane it was good, but in the support, I just don't see it working. Twisted Advance. This is the thing where he like jumps on, not jumps, but like goes on top of you. Does a bit of damage. The AP scalings that he has is terrible, so he's gonna pretty much be building tank, like always. It like roots them, and it does a bit of damage. I don't. So I think you'd max this first in the support thing, because a root for 1.4 seconds is really good, because it's pretty easy. But if you max it first, yeah, if you max it first, you're going to have a strong root. So it looks like a pretty strong ability. But since it puts you forward, it means your ADC already has to be forward, and you have to be with them. So in other words, I don't think he'll be good for solo queue. Because your ADC is like Rakan, however you pronounce his name. What? Is like this guy. And he does damage and stuff, but his ADC has to go forward with him. And my ADCs are generally stupid. Very stupid. Yeah. And now is sapling toss. Like, these weren't even updated. Why was I reading that? So these are the same. It's just a few nerfs and stuff. I guess a buff to a slow. Okay, and his E pretty much does a lot of damages if you max it first. And it really doesn't get anything. So you're able to, its slow is reduced, AP ratio reduced, damage reduced, duration reduced. So I guess you're supposed to throw them into bushes and they do more damage. Stupid. This ability, this is a gimmick. Okay, so I played against Maokai top lane, and I know I'll just throw it and then hopefully it hits. This ability it's a cool concept and it seems cool, but it's very easy to play around. I mean, I guess he's kind of a counter to Lux, but you can just lead it into the lane minions. So as long as you keep the thing warded, it seems pretty easy. I don't think this will be a okay champion. Maybe you just use your sapling toss to poke when they go into the bushes, and you just load them up in the thing and you make it so that it's very hard to play around. But with 60 mana, I don't like it. Wait, 1 second. Let me check something. Let me check. What's his base mana? Okay, so his base mana is only 377. That's his freaking base mana, 377. So he can use this at level 1, let's just say this, only 6 times before he has to go away. That's stupid. That's ignorant. 45 damage plus 100%, so maybe like 90. 6 times 90, 360. This is stupid because it does no damage. Its poke is not even that good. I don't think this is going to be a good ability. I think it's going to be a small little incentive against it, but who cares? Early game, you just poke him out of lane and make sure that he can't snowball or anything. He's going to be a hindrance. I don't see why you would play this. Like, I'd rather be playing Gangplank support than this. Okay, so Nature's Grasp. I saw this one. This is the one that this is one of the ones that I saw. So he pretty much like, sorry for that. I accidentally hit that, but so he throws out a wall of like little tree things, and they each hit one. They can hit one, and then they root them. This ability, it's supposed to be this team fight thing. I hate it. I don't like the ability because at max you can get a root for 2.4, but anyone who's stupid enough to get hit at this at max range is so dumb. You just see, here's how you're gonna counter Nature's Grasp. Run into it. I just sit there, run into it, and I take my 0.6 seconds. And if I have a lead, this ability is completely useless. Not only that, it's terrible for picks. I think this guy, they didn't take enough time to think about what they were doing with him, and now he's gonna be a terrible support. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I think it's gonna be kind of like the Galio effect. Like, a lot of people thought, oh yeah, Galio, great support. Yeah, I love him. And I had to deal with that in my freaking ranked games. No, Galio was not a good support. Yes, he ended up to be terrible as a support. His poke seemed strong, but it was way too weak as long as you played safe. And this has more counterplay. His main forms of poke, his roots, and all of these, I don't like it. I doubt you're going to max your E first. I highly doubt it because it's not worth it. Let's go into Sejuani. Okay, so her armor is down, but now her armor growth is up, her attack range is up, her attack damage is down. Okay, so she's supposed to scale harder? That's stupid. If you don't know, this is going to hurt her level 1 so bad. You can't do this. I hate this. These base stats, these actually matter because she's in the jungle. And when you're in the jungle, you want your base stats to be very high, so then your clear is very good. I mean, I guess it all depends. I never really saw Sejuani's because she's never really been meta this season. Maybe her clear's already really good. Who knows? Okay, so here's how this thing works. So Frost Armor does stuff. So after not taking damage for a while, I literally just quoted that. So after she doesn't take damage, she gains 100, I think, bonus armor. Yeah, 100 bonus armor and magic resist and slow immunity. Okay. I was right. So damage from minions and small monsters doesn't break your frost armor. No one cares about slows. I mean, I guess it kind of helps her gank, but it really doesn't. See, if someone can stop your gank from just a slow, you're ganking wrong. I think it's a nice thing, and I'm happy there's another thing on it, because otherwise this ability would be stupid. Because it's stupidly underwhelming right now. So let's hope the next thing. Okay, so if you stun someone, you do their maximum health. I think that's true damage. Let's hope that's true damage. Yeah. Let's crack into this. This passive, her entire passive, Fury of the North, her entire passive seems incredibly underwhelming. See, here's the thing. You have let's continue through this. Right now, it looks incredibly underwhelming. I mean, her E or something stuns, has the ability to stun. It feels like this is going to be weak in the jungle. Like, she as a whole is going to be weak in the jungle. I mean, I guess the reason they dropped her stats is because of the icebreaker. Maybe her clear's really good, but her clear's probably going to end up being pretty good, but her ganks are going to be terrible, because wait, let me see this, 1 second. So it's stacking 4 times. You have to hit them 5 times as a melee champion. I think auto attack or something, 5 times for E. It's a new thing for it to get the stun, and then she's able to stun you. and then she has to hit you. I don't like it. It looks pretty weak. This is incredibly underwhelming. Her mana cost is down. Her cooldown, pretty much, it starts off lower and it ends up the same for her Q. And it's pretty much just the same old Q. You just go up, you run, and then you get a bit of a knock-up. Oh, there is no area knock-up anymore. That sucks. Okay, her W, she swings her mace, like in like a cone kind of deal. And then after a delay, she's able to, I think, hopefully cast it again and then hit it. I don't know if this will, if like when you do the cone thing, if it will automatically do the second cast or it does it in a straight line. If it does automatically do it, I think her positioning will become a lot harder, and making positioning harder is always bad. I think that making it so that you have to position a certain way sucks. Overall, I think the damage on it is fair. I think, like, it kind of looks like it might be a bit strong. Maybe her W, I think her W is a pretty strong ability. Especially if you get to decide when you get to throw it in a straight line. If not, I think maybe it will be a bit harder. But I think this would be something you max first, probably. Because you're able to get a pretty good amount of damage. Her E, Permafrost. So her melee allies and her, are able to stack up Frost and like kind of like Braum, except it's not just Braum. Braum doesn't have to start it. And then you cast Permafrost, and then they will pretty much with the max Permafrost stacks, they get stunned. Pretty strong. It just depends, because now you're being funneled where you want to gank. Like, if, let's say you're, like, right now we're not in a melee support meta, so you're probably going to be limited there, but not really in a meta where you have a lot of, actually, wait, let me, 1 second. Wait, 1 second. One second, I'm sorry. I'm checking to see something. I don't know if Cassidon's ranged or not. This Cassidon is probably one of the best still. That's so annoying. Why? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here with white noise. I'm trying to check if this guy is ranged or not, but it's... Okay. I don't think he is. Okay. That's annoying. Wait 1 second. Okay, got it. So yeah, Cassidon, he is melee, I think. Okay, let's just say there aren't a lot of melee. I don't think there are a lot of melee mid laners, so you're probably gonna get funneled top. Gosh, that took forever. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. Glacial Prison is pretty much the same Glacial Prison, just now people are more skill-based, kind of. Okay, let's just say it's a bit more skill-based. So you throw out your bola. It's Arbola, not Ebola. Just like Rengar. It's funny. Okay, so Glacial Prison, she throws out her Arbola, and after that does a bit of damage, and it stuns, and then it slows other people. It's the same old Glacial Prison, pretty much. Just now it's a bit better. Zach. Okay. Base stats. Okay. Yep. This is great. This is. Oh, all of this is unchanged. Okay. So his passive is the same. His Q, he throws out his. So you take your Q. It's like a skill shot, and you throw out one of yours, and then your next auto attack is empowered, and it hits the other one. It smashes them together. This ability is stupid. Yes, this ability is fun and all. Yeah, fun. It's so stupid what they did to his clear. So stupid. You can't do this to my clear. Zach, here's what happens. Is Zach, he got messed up because you don't get the bonus damage from the next Q. In other words, now his new Q hurt his clear because you don't get extra damage. At least that's what I think. Because a lot of YouTubers are saying you don't get the extra damage. I don't have PvE access, but people who do are saying you don't get extra damage. Why? Who thought that was okay? No, that is not. You can't hurt my clear. Elastic slingshot. Okay, so a lot of this is pretty much the same. It's just now it cancels later on. It still refunds. The knockup is slower, but it does less damage. And now it that's unchanged. Okay. And it when it hits a champion, when you hit a bunch of them, you get a bunch of little goos that you're able to pick up. They hurt his damage. They hurt more of his damage. Riot. I mean, this is a champion that's getting the most changed about him. I mean, other than that, about to say Alawi. Sejuani's pretty much the same old Sejuani, as much as people remember her. I mean, she's getting a lot changed about her, but... So now, let's bounce. He goes into a little ball thing, and like a little goo thing, like a puddle, and then he charges it up like a Nunu alt, and he slows everyone, and then he's able to just get everyone where he wants them. That was a terrible explanation. But, this ability, you can still be targeted and hit by abilities. Why? Why? You just make it so he can only be hit by skill shots or something. Like, why? Who thought this was okay? Who over at Riot? Righto, please. Why? Why? You just made a modified Nunu, and we all know how good Nunu is. Hey. Zach, Let's Bounce is a stupid ability. He has less damage, a worse clear. Why? Gosh! Okay. No. See, we're past the tank updates. Now we have new items. Adaptive Helm. Okay, so here's how Adaptive Helm works. It's pretty much like we're going to take Rise, you know, the champion who was pretty good, and now he's an okay champion, actually kind of balanced right now, and we're just gonna make him worse. Yeah, makes sense, right? Not judging you right now, but you're an idiot. Okay, so I built out of like the magic mantle. There's no magic mantle. I don't even know what that freaking is. Okay, 1 second. I know what Spectre's Cowl is. It's the thing that you build Visage out of. Okay, Oh yeah, no magic mantle is just the thing that you get the 25 magic resist out of. Spectre's Cowl, the thing that you get the magic resist from when you're building Visage, and your bead plus 1,000 gold. There's actually a lot. It gives you a bit of health. Not actually that much. 300 health isn't really good. It gets you magic resist, which is what you're gonna be wanting. Cooldown reduction, CDR, and base health regeneration. So when you take damage from a spell, that light is bothering me. When you take damage from a spell, you reduce damage taken from that same spell. Like let's say Rise fires out his Q, and then he fires out his E, and then he fires out his Q again. I take 15% less damage. Gargoyles, stone plate. Oh wait, let me elaborate on Adaptive Helm. This item will probably only be built with when a Cass or like a Rise is on the enemy team or something like that, because, or maybe even against a Diana and she's really fed. But I don't believe it'll be built every game against them, because I think it's only going to be built if they get fed or you know you're going to late game. This is maybe only a 6 item thing. Not only that, it only gives magic resist, which ultimately makes it worse for the ADC, who will also be spiking up when you get to the point where you will really need this, even if they didn't get fed. I think this item was poorly designed. I think it should have given you a bit of armor. Like, maybe you take out the Rejuve bead and the Null Magic Scepter or some mantle or something, and then, or you like increase the gold price so you get that wiggle room, or you remove the bead, and then you put it in like an armor item or something. I don't even know. Like maybe like a cloth armor. It only gives you like 30 magic resist. I don't care. I just need something to help. This item is gonna be very hard to fit in anywhere. Like I don't even think Rivens are gonna build this. Okay. Only 2 things in. I'm only gonna be going up to items because I don't care about any of this. Maybe I will. Gargoyle, stone plate. Okay, so this is the thing. Chain vest, Negatron cloak, and 980 gold. You get 40 magic resist, 40 armor, and when 3 enemies are nearby or more, you get like double that, 80 and 80. And then you have the active Metallica. Wake me up. I don't know why I thought of that because of Metallica. Have you ever heard the Kids Bop version of Bring Me Back to Life? Wait, let me play this for you. Let me grace your ears with this. Let me help you. Let me help you understand. Okay, yep. See? Quality content. It's not low effort content. So metabolize. What was I doing? What? I added that to my watch later. We'll watch that later. Wake me up. Wake me up and wake me up. For 4 seconds, you like grow in size and you gain health, but you lose damage. And if stone skin's active, you get more health. Sunfire cape, less damage, more armor. Okay, alright. Let me explain this. Okay, so here's what they're doing to the durability items. They're taking the health off and they're adding more to resistance. The only issue is I'd rather have the health and a lower resistance. Here's the thing, is I have to build against AP and AD champions. Like let's say Quirky. I think Quirky might become good again. Like, Quirky deals mixed damage, and it's really hard for a tank to build against him when they have to focus on one thing. So I think maybe we might see Quirky top. Maybe. No. I think. So if you guys don't know, I've been testing out a lot of Poppy support because Poppy support. So I take her with Thunder Alerts and I kind of try to snowball, and I have 100% win rate 2 games on her so far. So the thing is, she does a lot of good things, but I think things like this might hurt her snowball because I build an Bommy and I build a Kindle Gem. Am I saying that right? Kindle Gem. Oh, that's the wrong item. One second. What the heck? Spirit Visage. Spectre's Cowl and Bommy. And now they're getting hurt. Okay, so burn radius is down. More damage to minions and monsters, which actually makes it really good for pushing. The burn damage is down, and the armor's up, and the health is down. Cinder Hulk does less burn damage, but more burn damage to minions and monsters, and the burn radius is down. Spirit Visage, less health, more magic resist, more healing. Spectre's Cowl, less magic resist. Dead Man's Plate, less health, more armor, and now you get 20 momentum stacks per second while moving. Oh my gosh, that's super fast. Crushing Blow slow no longer decays over the duration. So no more decay. Basic attacks, and then you no longer do damage if you have below. Okay, let's go over all of these. Let's go over all of these at once, okay? Because these are the 3 that I want to go over at once, because random one's a bit different. Pretty much all of these are, you may not believe me at first, all of these have actually become better. Except Bommy. Bommy, you still suck. And Spectre's Cowl. Dead Man's Plate, Visage, Cinder Hulk less, so it's better, but it's less what I'm talking about. And Cape have all become better in another way. And it's all more in the way of kind of split pushing. That I believe that tanks are now going to be more expected to split push really hard and hopefully push the wave in. I mean, less so with the Spirit Visage. Spirit Visage is more of a teamfight item, but still kind of there. That we want you to split push, and so they gave them the things they need to split push, but they took away something and they gave them something else. Now it's going to be, oh yeah, so they spent a lot of their time getting armor in the early game, so they have a lot more armor than magic resist. They're gonna send an assassin over there and hopefully kill them. And now it's trying to make tanks an important part of trying to deal with. And that seems kind of cool, you know? Okay. Randuin's. Randuin is now built from Ruby Crystal, Warden's Mail, and another Ruby Crystal, plus 1,000 gold. A lot less health, a lot more critical damage reduction, and the slow is a lot better. This item is dead. I mean, I don't mean it in that way. I mean, now you're gonna have to build it later. There's no question about that. You're going to build this later. And the reason for that is because it gives you stronger things against ADC, so you're going to have to avoid the ADC. I don't like this. They just... Oh, it's a good item still, I guess. Just built maybe 4th item, not even core. Warmogs. Okay. One second. Let me do some math. Warmogs, the health requirement is down. The health regeneration is up, and the cooldown is down. Plus the minion damage only puts it on a lower cooldown. Okay. Let me check something. Okay. 800 health. Okay. One second. Health. So. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do math right now. One second. Let me get my phone. Where's my phone? One second. I'm trying to do math. I'm sorry. Calculator. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out something. There's something about Garen's jungle. It might seem weird, but it's very important because when you think about it, but let me turn off Flux. Is Flux already on? Okay. Oh. I'm doing all this off camera, which it seems really bad. 15% bonus health. Okay, so I could have 1200. 180. 1300. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, 6. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. Plus 80. 600. 616. Plus. Okay, I got this. We're good. 84.25. Okay, so okay, so you only need to be about level 10 on a Garen with Cinder Hulk and Warmogs in order to get this effect now. Around there. Just don't. That took a while. How long did that take? It took me like 5 minutes of me just saying, wait, hold it. Okay. So being level 10 with just Cinder Hulk and Warmogs, that's stupid. Because that's actually a realistic goal. And then you'd be able to stay out forever. That's not okay. That's not healthy. That's not okay. Okay, let's go into Banshee's Vow. Fiendish Codex plus Null Magic Mantle plus Blaster 1 plus 500 gold. Now it gives AP, lower magic resist, no health regen, and it still grants the shield. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Vigar mid. I know, I play things other than support. I'm not absolute trash to you. And this is an item that we need, okay? This allows you to stay safe in the backline, or stay safe and be that assassin, late game assassin that you want, while being safe and getting that AP you need early game. In other words, this is a perfect item you need to snowball. Okay, that's a perfect snowball-y item, because now the issue is the tanks, like bruisers and stuff, people who get tanky or harder to kill are much better at snowballing because they're harder to kill. Now this is going to be the item that we need to snowball as mages. Abyssal Scepter is now a tank item. Now an item you can safely build on a Mumu and say, no, I'm not trolling. Thank you very much. You want to play too? And yes, I do know that was an Annie quote, but you want to play too? Because you're rubber, I'm rubber, and you're on fire. I say you should remove Annie, you know? Like, yeah, just kill it with fire. Okay, so, it's built out of Spectre's Cowl and Negatron Cloak plus 880 gold. It's now 50 more gold. Oh my gosh, that's a nerf. It's over. This item no longer gonna be built. Just kidding. It now gets 300 health, 100% place health regen, more magic resist, 15 to be exact. Skill gives the same amount of cooldown reduction, and you still take the 10% more magic damage. So here's the question I have. I've never done this on a Mumu. So you know how his passive does true damage based on the magic damage that you do. So would this still count towards that magic damage, or would it count only as magic damage? Does this apply before or after a Mumu's passive? Because if it applies before, it's going to be OP. This item is going to be OP. Mark my words. Otherwise, it's a stupid item. Nerf it to the ground. Kill it with fire. Guardian Angel. So now this is the thing we needed. Okay, so I have these idiot ADCs. They just need to rush Guardian Angel and have me carry them. So now it's built with a BF sword and cloth armor plus 800 gold. Now it gives 40 attack damage, 30 armor, no magic resist. And it does the same thing, except now it does 50% of base health and 30% of maximum mana after 4 seconds of stasis. This item is what I needed. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to do another video tomorrow. After I get to the lifesteal items, I'm doing another video tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Why? I need some water. I'm sorry if this has become dry and stuff. Okay. Sterix Gauge. Oh my gosh, this is the item I need. I'm going to spam Poppy after this. Poppy is so OP with this item. And I'm going to tell you why after I finish reading it. It gives 400 health still. Now, instead of 25% base attack damage, it gives 30%. It's like the same lifeline, except instead of 30% maximum health, it gives 75% of your bonus health for 8 seconds. And then when that triggers, you grow in size and strength, gaining 40% base attack damage, like a plus additional. Oh my gosh! If you don't realize why this is OP, let me break it down for you. Let me say why you should rush this on your Poppy support and stuff. Okay, so you may say, oh yeah, the lifeline, it only triggers on your bonus health. But the health you get from Sterix Gauge counts for this. Oh my gosh, once you realize that, the entire thing starts to make sense to you. First off, the base attack damage in like this Fury and the regular base attack damage is OP. Yeah, that's OP. But the thing is, you get 75% of 400. Let me do some math for you. 400 times 0.7. So this gives you 300 health. I don't know why I couldn't do that in my head. 300 health and a shield. Do I need to explain? This is so stupid. You get extra damage from that too. In other words, you become you get so much damage and so much tank stats from this. You can't do that. You pretty much get in a fight. You pretty much get 700 health from this. 700 freaking health. I mean, I know it's in a shield, but for lasting 8 seconds, if they're not able to take down 300 health in 8 seconds, something's wrong, and you should definitely already kill them by then. That's stupid. You can't do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the last item we're doing today because this video is already super long. Okay. Doran's shield, I think, is going to become an ADC item. Now you may say, oh, why do you think that? That's stupid, killing yourself. And to that I say, I'm gonna report you to my mom, and you're gonna be nuked by Donald Trump. Okay, it's gonna be over. Okay, so here's the thing about Doran's shield. It's good for bad ADCs. I believe that if you're auto-filled, you no longer want to build Doran's Blade. You want to build Doran's Shield, as it's better for you because you're worse at the game. I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying that in a way, yes, you're worse at ADC. Accept it and own it. So it's worth 400 gold, which allows you 2 pots, and it's a much more forgiving item than Doran's Blade. So now this thing is going to give you still 80 health, just like Doran's Blade, plus 6 flat health regen per 5 seconds. It gives you plus 5 damage on hit, and you regain 20 health over 10 seconds after taking damage from an enemy champion. That's really good. This is a very forgiving item because of the plus damage. It's going to make your CSing easier. It's going to make everything a bit easier, and it's going to make, with the extra pot, a lot more forgiving. So that's going to be all, actually. Yeah, that's going to be all for today. Yeah, they're just going to stop that there. I like, subscribe, ring that bell. If you stayed all the way to here, I want you to type potato. Yes, I need you to type potato into the thing, into the chat, into the comments. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell. Just ring that bell. And also, tell a friend that Jay from the Cub Scouts is that dude. I need to think of my own intro. What's up, guys? Drum Alert Nation. Drum Alert. I missed the stop recording button.